people are now at a stage where they might be thinking about winter holidays, Christmas is coming up, put all of that on hold and put that money into crypto. Explain to the missus, look, we can do this later because you're not going to want to miss this.
The content presented in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice, and listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Crypto flip.
Welcome back to the Crypto Flip podcast. I am your host, Harris King, and I am joined with my co-hosts once again, Ricardo and Deji. But before we get into this week's news, you know how we like to start off. We like to get started with some crypto confessions, see what the DJs have been up to. So let's get into it. Just lost 20,000 trading meme coins that I really couldn't afford to lose. That was all my money I had ever saved up. I am now in debt, jobless, and depressed, and I'm not coping very well. I feel like an absolute failure. It took me years to save that 20k and days to lose it. What do you man say about that?
It's a bit of a sticky one. Still. Bro, this guy fucked up, man. I mean, if that 20k really meant that much to you, bro, you wouldn't have lost it that quick. And to be honest, it sounds like you were just kind of just like throwing money everywhere, like throwing shit at the wall and see what would stick. Brother, I don't know, you fucked up. You fucked up and I have no sympathy. I tell you what, though. At least you learned a lesson, my guy. You learned
Expensive lesson.
Very expensive.
Some people pay more than that for mental shit, bro. So, you know.
And some people, some people are not every people. So let's never compare, fam. You know what I mean? Comparison to people of joy. This guy ain't everybody, fam. You know what I mean? You fuck up.
I mean, comparison might help the joy, though, right now. You know? Some people pay 100k, bro, for a lesson, for one lesson. You pay 20k, walk away, head held high, chest low, you know. Yeah.
But if you were this guy, would you tell him to try and keep his head in the game still, or just walk out gracefully and just say it's not for you?
I mean, keep your head in the game, but you ain't got no more cash to invest, so you'd have to do some more creative investment strategies like airdrops or become a crypto hobbyist. I don't know.
Nah, you're right. He fucked up. He fucked up. Because he just from the pain of this post, you could tell this person's a newbie. You know what I mean? Coming into this market, probably never been an investor in any kind of market. Coming into this market with 20k. 20k is a good amount of starting capital to really do some damage in the crypto space. And for him to blow it, it just goes down to not having a plan. Hearing the conversation on the bus, or maybe your friend of a friend who's posting his new Lambo or his new McLaren, and you're like, yeah, I can do that too. It's not that easy, man. People post all their highlights on Instagram and X, and then people get gassed. Don't fall for it, brothers. Don't fall for it. Stay in your lane. Live in your lane. You got 20k, you wanted to risk something? Just test it with 1k. Test it with 5k. But 20k, bro, your life saving, essentially, according to you, your life saving, you blew it in days. Took you several years took me years to save 20k. So let's assume, blue collar job. Let's just say it took him 10 years to save it. You blew it in days, never weeks, days, trading meme coins. That's it. Meme coins.
Maybe the way out is to sell the rights and make a movie or something, because that's a hell of a story.
20k ain't a hell of a story, though.
No, it's not. But I just mean working all this time, saving all this money, and then blowing it and losing it in days.
It would make a really cool, like, quick YouTube video. You know,
YouTube, man. Said you're not even worth this. The big screen.
Vice should hit him up and be like, "Yo, tell us your story."
That's mad.
No, but on the big man thing though, I think the lesson is, this is not financial advice. I always say to everyone, it's not financial advice, but if you're going to consider being in this market, you have to have a plan. You have an entry plan, you have an exit plan. You don't have to have everything all set up at once before you enter the market, but you can plan as you go along. You're in the market. What's my exit strategy? What's my risk management strategy? You know, all these things have been taught out. I know we sound like a broken record saying this over and over and over again, but hopefully some of our, our loyal listeners, some of them are probably taking notes. Hopefully they're taking notes, because I got one thing to say: the market will remain irrational until you become insolvent. Just let that sink in, because at the end of the day, you might think you have this unlimited amount of cash, bro. Big man thing, fam. But honestly, like market will humble people, whether you are an advanced trader or not. There was a post recently about one Donny here. He tried to do some ETH scalping trade. He bought like 20 mil worth of ETH, and I think he made a miscalculation, and he thought he was gonna arbitrage profit. He ended up basically losing like, I think, 6 mil. So he had to buy back 6 mil worth of ETH and Bitcoin to pay back the trade. That is a painful lesson. But good thing about him, at least he knew where his downside risk was. At the end of the day, I still have 50 mil. So it's all about managing your risk. And yeah, man, your market will humble you if you're not careful in the market. It's just as simple as that.
Harris. Definitely. Yeah, it's a sad way for my man to go out, 20K could easily turn into $1 million in this market. So the fact that he risked all the meme coins means he got caught up in the hype, and he really, believed those X posts or those YouTube videos, and he just got caught out. But ultimately, where do you go from here? That's the real question. There isn't really many places to go, because if it took you a long time to save that 20K, then it's like, is it really worth it to get back into it without taking a similar level of risk? And yeah, I think for this guy's mental health, he should probably stay on the sidelines. I don't often say that, but I think this guy's circumstances are unique. So you had a good run, my friend. It was a few days. You enjoyed the ride, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy what's next, because crypto ain't it. Let's move on to the next.
Indeed. Indeed.
I made a silly NFT project and went to NFT NYC years back. Happened to have a drink next to someone who had influence with OpenSea. Got to go out on the night with him and the crew. Basically, got the red carpet treatment with them and had a great time at events I otherwise would have never gotten in. Highlight was snorting ketamine and meeting Wolf of Wall Street like 5 minutes later.
I got a strong opinion on this.
Go on.
First of all, I'm guessing he actually met Jordan Belfort.
I believe so.
And cool, hold tight him. But bro, do you know what this means for like the whole crypto industry as a whole? Like, you man have seen Bitcoin.
Yeah.
For the viewers, it's like a Netflix show. You should go watch it. We don't condone any of his behavior or all of their behavior. But the maddest thing is, it's just you have these people in crypto that they're degens, but they wear suits and they actually do work. And like that degenness, it just gets worse and worse as they get more and more money. And I don't know if you watch Wolf of Wall Street, but bro, that guy is the king of degens, fam. And to say that the space is just like flooded with them is making me just think, bruv, that's why meme coins do fucking well. And real projects like Ethereum, like Sui, like all these like Sui, strong layer 2s and layer 1s
like Phantom
don't do as well, is because like Phantom, like ABAX, like Cardano, like all of the strong projects that we know like have millions of lines of code, and they're actually like strong people, like intellectual people working on them, are getting outperformed by a fucking dog coin, bruv. Because the industry is run by these dons. I don't know, man, do a fucking NFT and then, bruv, crypto's worse than the Wild Wild West, fam. It's just like, it's a simulation. It's a simulation, and like absurdity is on maximum, bruv. And like common sense is on like fucking zero. It's crazy,
bro. Negative is common sense is negative right now, fam. Like negative index, fam.
Crazy,
bro. The highlight of this project for you, not making money, not launching a successful project, not launching a successful NFT project, was snorting ketamine. But for all your listeners out there who don't know what ketamine is, I know what ketamine is, but I'm a biomed graduate, so I know what ketamine is. Ketamine is used to to drug horses. You know what I mean? If you're a human being and you're using ketamine,
I said horse
Like-
tranquilizer.
if you're using horse tranquilizers, you have problems. You just do. But that's my opinion. It's not a fact. It's my opinion. Just I don't condone ketamine uses. I don't condone drug uses. Period. But what I'm going to make it is the highlight is snorting ketamine and making Wolf of Wall Street, not you launching a successful project, bro. I hope you make connections that will help you later on in the future. Because if you keep going down the street, bro, you're gonna be homeless soon on the corner of the street begging for money, fam. So, like, this is wild. And to the point that Ricardo made about this space being filled with degenerates, you are absolutely spot on about why meme coins are doing really well. It's because in this early phase of this bull run, it's only been the degenerates that's been active in the market. And they looked at all the coins like, you know what? All coins are not really doing well right now. Liquidity in the market is not good right now. Where can I maximize my little pot of money? And what they thought, yep, meme coins. And it's just, meme coins are just taking off like a virus, like a flu. And then it's not stopping. We said this before. We postulated that at the end of this cycle, when all is said and done and the dust is settled and then people are no longer talking about crypto anymore, the best performing sector will still be meme coins, probably by a good 500%. Easily. Because when retail come, the first thing I'm going to see is, ooh, Ethereum, ooh, Bitcoin. What? Meme coin. Because it's cheaper. Because they think there's more retail activity, which is fine. It makes sense. But what they're doing is just further, you know what I mean, coming down to that bias room. So at the end of the day, I'm not surprised. I mean, this space is full of degenerates because how can a dog meme be outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum? That's why I don't take meme coins so serious, man. I will never ever leverage trade on a meme coin unless I have your good authority that it's a meme case. And if it is, I wouldn't even risk more than 2% of my wallet. So yeah, personally for me, this is nothing new. Harris.
Yeah, man. Like Rick touched on something, I just want to build on it. So basically, when you make money, it just amplifies who you are. And I think it's like, if you're a DJ...
Well, say that again, bro. Say that again.
If you make money, it simply amplifies who you are. It doesn't really change you per se. So if you're like a clown, you're going to become a bigger clown. If you're a drug addict, you're going to be like the biggest drug addict, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, before he was probably smoking weed, and now he's got money and access. He's, upgraded to ketamine. So, this is one of them things.
Hey, man saying weed is a gateway drug, fam. That's a completely separate topic. We'll get into that. Let man say if he's got weed, the next step is horse tranquilizers. Let's just pre that real quick.
But yeah, for this dude, it's like, yeah, I mean, that was a highlight of his night, and he seems buzzed about it. So I won't be surprised if he's shooting up heroin next. But yeah, hold tight, my man, because it's a slippery slope that it's not looking like it's gonna end well.
In a couple years, you man seen them fentanyl zombies?
Oh, them man, yes, yeah, you might be one of them still.
God forbid, though, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! But on a serious note, I'm offended by this post. For you to post, you talk about your project, and the highlight of your project is you snorting ket. Really? This is why people call this. This is why the traditional finance market. This is why they call this market the Wild Wild West, because of idiots like this, man. You launch a project, you don't act professional, and then you talk about the highlight being snorting ket. You might just put a name to this post. You might just put your name at the bottom. You might just sign the post at the bottom, say, "Yo, this is me. This is my project." Let the whole world know you're a crazy man. There's nothing wrong with it, fam. This is you. Do you, fam. Do you. Do ket. Do whatever you do. But be careful how you live your life, because, boy, horse tranquilizer?
Yeah.
That's just...
Yeah, matting.
Definitely. Welcome back to the Crypto Flip podcast. We are back again, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and leave a review if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcasts. We're getting a lot of reviews, and we really thank you. and a lot of comments. And yeah, keep it up. It helps support the show and it enables us to make more. So, yesterday, the Fed cut rates by 50 basis points. So that's 0.5. And that's the first rate cut since 2020. Obviously, rates have been going up since the pandemic simply because inflation was getting wild due to the supply chain and all these other factors. But now it seems that things are moving in a different direction. So the question is, what does this mean? We had I think about 5% pump on Bitcoin. Now we're sitting at about 62,000. What's happening next, guys? And what's your reaction to it?
Obviously, I feel like this is the first step. Like, even before they said they cut the rates. Like, over the course of last week, we saw Bitcoin do a little movement. It touched 61, then came back down. And basically kind of came out of the 59, 58 region for a little while, for a couple of days. And I'm like, okay, there's some decent sentiment. Looking at the graph, I saw that 61 was like some resistance. So I'm like, if we break through this resistance, then things could, potentially just go up pretty well. And obviously this news came out. We broke through that 61K resistance and now we're at 62. Bro, like the elections are within 2 months and that's definitely going to be a positive catalyst for the market. I think I said it last week. There was this whole notion around September being like one of the worst months of crypto and it is September, blah, blah, blah. But I think if things carry on how they are, like the month or the 19th, the month might end actually positive or maybe single digit positives. And if that happens,
like 2% positive, bro.
Exactly. And if it does, bro, it's still a green month.
Hey. Well, we can't complain.
Which just means October and November could just be a mad thing. Honestly, my advice, this is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes, so you lot would laugh. And I feel like we said it before, but load up your alt bags, man. Load up your alt bags, bro, because Bitcoin right now is heavily dominating the market.
What is Bitcoin dominance right now?
Probably like 58%. Let me double check. On top of that Bitcoin dominance, we have the fear and greed sitting around 44. So like nobody really wants to touch crypto right now, which is mad. And I'm just like, yeah, now is a good time to get into the market, man. 57% BTC dominance.
Yep.
It's pretty high.
What do you think?
Pretty high.
This is good for the market, personally. I know investors out there, newbies out there, rookies out there were probably hoping it was going to pump like mad. They probably used leverage trading last night and they probably got wrecked this morning. Whoever was on the sell side, whoever was shorting Bitcoin yesterday, they're probably crying this morning. I'm not crying much because you've been liquidated, but you didn't lose that much. But if you bought some futures, I mean, you've been up a little bit, but is it really worth it? 1% gain, 2% gain, it's not really worth it. The entry wasn't there. I even thought of doing it myself, but just couldn't get a good entry. But the point I'm trying to make is, this is fantastic news. This is fantastic news. I've been talking about catalysts. When it comes to this different kind of catalyst, this fundamental catalyst, which we're going to have coming soon with the election, and this actual economical catalyst. That's the one we are after. That's the one that really drives cryptocurrency because we need liquidity. Without the liquidity, we're just going to keep dumping until we find some support area and the liquidity to kind of long it back up again. So personally for me, this is great news. First rate cut since 2020. We had a 0.5, it's called a 50 basis point cut yesterday, which brings us back to around 4.75 to 5% interest range. The Fed is anticipating 2 more cuts this year. It won't be on the same level as this cut. It'll probably be 25 basis points. So we could probably, for the end of the year, we could see interest rate at 4.25%. I know it's not really amazing cut, whatever, but if you look at where we're coming from 5.25 to 5.5% interest rate range, down to potentially 4.25 to 4 to 4.25% range, I think that is more palatable for investors that do carry trade, that take loans from different regions, from banks, to carry their trade, whether in the stock market or the equities market. And the fact that the fundamental from the political side of things, because people need to have their campaign funded, and people usually don't want to give cash, so they probably want to, you know what I mean, take loans or liquidate some of their assets. So they will be less inclined to do so. So this is all positive sentiment for crypto. The thing that I've been looking at more is altcoins, though. Bitcoin is going to do what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin is on its path to 60% BTC dominance, just 3% away. That's going to happen in the next 7 to 14 days. We're going to have another capitulation. Probably won't be as sharp as it was before. The dream of 45k BTC is a myth. It's just a myth. It's not happening. 51k, you are lucky. 55k is programmed in because it's just going to happen. It's just what happens. So personally for me, what I'm doing right now, non-financial advice, is looking at my altcoin bags. You know what I mean? It's time. It's time. Altcoins already started to outperform certain coins. Phantom is up 60% just in the last few weeks. FET, or should I say ASI, is also up almost like 50% from its all-time low. So it's time. It's time. If you're thinking of selling, that's the wrong move, I think, personally, in my opinion. NFA, not financial advice again, but it's time to, personally, what I'm doing, I'm loading on my altcoin bags, topping it up, wherever I haven't really kind of dipped into, like, let's say, for example, G Swift, I think is an alright project for gaming. It's at a discount right now. It's a good time to kind of get in. Solana's looking extremely cheap as well. So yeah, personally for me, I'm looking at the altcoin bags, and it's time to start taking more and more risk with the altcoin market. And yeah, that's my kind of like my plan.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all of that. It's interesting to see how the market reacted. Obviously, some people were thinking it was going to have some like crazy mega candle off the back of the news. Obviously, that wasn't the case. It did react well, but it's going to be one of those things that takes time. But I think moving closer to the election, with this happening, with further cuts coming, is definitely positive. And to be anywhere else other than crypto is probably not wise, and definitely not financial advice. When it comes to how to action this, I think people are now at a stage where they might be thinking about winter holidays, Christmas is coming up, might be having birthdays. I say put all of that on hold and put that money into crypto. Explain to the missus, look, you can do this later because you're not going to want to miss this. I don't know how many more real cycles we're going to get, because this cycle was different as it was. And we can't predict into the future what it's going to look like. So take advantage of the gains whilst they're in front of you. And definitely try and do your best to ensure that you get some profits. And obviously take profits along the way. Because even if you get in the trade and you make money, it means nothing unless you obviously have a profit-taking strategy, because holding your bags until the bear market is not the one, especially in altcoins.
It's not the one. It's not the one. Just another quick point to add. It's interesting if you realize you can always kind of foretell what's going to happen with this FOMC meetings, and kind of like what's going to happen with the next direction of the market, because prior to a week before making this announcement that they're going to cut interest rate by 50 basis points, market already started reacting positively. There was some minor test dumps to see how the market reacted. People bought it. There were whales that are dumping. People bought it up, and what I saw was the blue chip altcoins started doing really well. The Phantoms, the Solanas, and then Solana's been doing well this entire cycle. The ASI FET of the world, they started doing well. And also I started getting these random emails from different companies, like I think Revolut yesterday. I think they must have known that there's gonna be a rate cut, but as soon as there's a rate cut, I got an email saying, "Oh, we're doing this, paying this loan." But I'm starting to see different loan products coming out now, because people now stand for like, cool. Basically, the lending market is back. That's in layman's terms, that's something to say. The lending market is back for regular market, for traditional market, and then soon it will be crypto. So I think that's another narrative.
Wait, are you trying to say that DeFi is about to come back?
Yeah, Yeah, I think so. Maybe it won't be as the DeFi summer from one cycle ago, but what I'm trying to say is because interest rates now a bit more palatable, lenders are more comfortable giving out loans now, whether it's crypto loans or regular loans. So it's just funny how that I'm starting to see within minutes of getting the rate cut, we started seeing emails about this product and this lending product, that lending product. So it's very, very interesting. And what happens when there's more rate cuts? So yeah, I think definitely keep an eye on the lending market in this space. Lending will start doing pretty well. Lending too will start doing well. So keep an eye out.
Definitely. And it's funny that you mentioned Revolut because Revolut is planning to launch a stablecoin. It seems like everyone wants to launch a stablecoin these days. What do you guys make of that?
We know why companies want to launch stablecoins, right? The profit is fucking insane, bro.
It's funny you say that because Tether reported a record-breaking 5.2 billion profit for the first half. This is not for the year, for the first half of 2024. And I remember reading that that's more profit than BlackRock made.
100%.
Revolut profit. I want some of that, please.
Yeah. So, bro, stablecoin is an incredibly lucrative thing for a company with the infrastructure to do. And that's why you have things like Ripple have released that they want to create a stablecoin on their network.
Of course,
we
they want
spoke
to.
Previously about how Tron want to do like a feeless stablecoin. Bro, stablecoin is big fucking money, bro. And I can fully see why Revolut would want to do that because, yeah, Revolut as a company, I don't know if you might know this. So for the initial people that invested in Revolut's crowdfunding, I think they got something like 10,000x on the original investment.
I didn't know that.
Them man are up. They become millionaires, fam, from investing in Revolut stock like years ago.
Literally, when they did the crowdfund.
If you like long time ago, it was almost like 7-8 years ago. It's been sold. It wasn't anytime recent. That's why we didn't hear about it. We're talking about back in the day when we used to go to the office every day.
Yeah, crazy. 40,000%.
40,000. That's crazy.
40,000% after their recent valuation of 45 billion. Like, in my mind, Monzo is a better company than Revolut for some reason, but Revolut value-wise is way bigger than Monzo. It's crazy.
Do you know why?
Because they got better products and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have no bias between Revolut or Monzo, but personally, Revolut is the better product. Revolut offers better product. Like Monzo doesn't even want to touch crypto. What? They're afraid to lose their license, bro. So they wouldn't even touch crypto. Revolut is shown the propensity to evolve and innovate over time. In the past decade, they've added so much value to such a to internet banking company. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised by that success. I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I'm sick to my stomach that we didn't get that. We didn't get on that deal. Like Rick, we fucked up. Like, pardon my language, but we messed up. How did we not invest in freaking Revolut? We use Revolut. I use it for personal and business banking, and I didn't hear about this stupid crowdfunding. I am beating myself up for this. 40,000%. That's what you dream of in crypto. But anyway, 100%. We digress.
I think
we digress.
quick one though. I think the reason why I didn't even when it first came out, obviously, man was less liquid, and
yeah, that's true.
But even so, I had a back of £100. Exactly. I had.
But even if you invest £100, bro, it would have been something, bro. Right now, today.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been like 40 grand or 400 grand.
Yeah,
crazy.
What do you mean? That's easy,
but yeah, I
bro.
guess I just thought Revolut. Then there's at the time, there was Starling, there was Tide, there was Monzo. It's like
Monzo
back. But I did not think that they would shake up the banking market so much. I didn't think so many people would move to neobanks. Because at the time, bro, and we're digressing from crypto a little bit, but at the time, bro, everyone was like, oh, I'm using my regular bank account to top up my Monzo or my Revolut. And I was just like, oh, is this thing going to take off? I didn't back the right horse, fam. UK fintech is next level when it comes to the unicorns, bro. When the unicorns are coming, they fly out head first, bro.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But yeah, so 100%. Yeah, bro, I can see why they'd want to do a stablecoin. It makes total sense. In my mind, I'm just thinking, how can I capitalize and make some peace with this? And honestly, they have a good engineering team, but honestly, I think maybe it's in the build process of this because.
You might offer your services.
What you saying, Rick? What you saying?
I'm saying we need to offer them some services, but these might need to hear about what we.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I heard that. No, I listen. I second everything you said. I don't have much to add to this. You guys kind of covered all the points eloquently. Stablecoin is a lucrative business, man. Like Tether is killing it. USDC is killing it. So it's like Revolut wants a share of that, and they are making it. Especially now that they have plans to they want to separate that whole crypto trading arm or the exchange services away from the regular banking. It makes absolute sense to have a stablecoin. That way you can easily convert from stablecoin to actual hard cash easily. So it's only further enhancing the infrastructure, further position them right behind Coinbase to do really well. Because I've always wondered if they will do well in UK, even though UK is not really a massive market for crypto. But if Revolut is making this move, they're gonna be a serious player for the next decade plus. So I'm looking forward to this further transformation, and I can't wait. I mean, this is fantastic news. This is more bullish news. It's funny how like this came out before the interest rate cuts. Like these banks, man, they know what's going on. They're like, yeah, we got a good authority. There's gonna be a rate cut. Let's pump the market. So yeah, man, I'm excited.
Another thing about this is you might remember PayPal's stablecoin, USD.
Mm-hmm.
Random guess, you man, guess what the market cap of that coin is now, of that stable.
I know it's top 100 because I remember seeing it.
10 billion.
10 billion.
I'm gonna go 25 billion.
Oh, wrong. Less than $1 billion. It's seldom than 22 million. Yeah.
That's kind of low. That's very low. Wait, is it?
Yeah,
what is it?
I mean, if you had 722 billion in your account right now, you wouldn't be looking at that saying, "Damn, that's low."
No, but it's relative.
Harris goes to Dubai.
I know what you're saying.
So wait, what is that in terms of like the number in?
Bro,
of
I don't think it's top. I don't think it's top 100 actually.
It's not. I think at one point it was top 100, but it must have fallen out.
I think it would be. Yeah, 86.
86, cool. So just in the top 100. But I think at the end of the day, the more and more liquidity we get in this market, the more liquidity they'll spread to all these stable coins, and then they'll probably increase. Not probably, it will most definitely increase more as well. So yeah, like it's fine. I mean, this is just a little bleep in the journey.
But a question on the stablecoin thing, because obviously now we're getting a lot of more stablecoins, and obviously there's only so much, like you can only use one stablecoin. Well, you can use multiple actually, but you're probably more likely to use one stablecoin for what you're doing. So how are these stablecoins going to differentiate themselves when they're just stablecoins? Why would I use Revolut stablecoins versus PayPal's?
They don't need to They don't need to differentiate, Harris.
or is it just about leveraging your customer base?
Yeah, exactly. So think about it right now. If let's say, Harris, you have a side business and then you use PayPal heavily, and you want to get to crypto. Well, you don't want to now move your money from PayPal to, let's say, Revolut, for example. You want to keep it there because it works for you. Well, an easy way for you to kind of transfer some of that wealth into crypto is just convert some of your cash into PayPal stablecoin and transfer it to any exchange like Coinbase. They take that and you can start trading. So it's all about just kind of like enhancing that on-ramp, off-ramp, what's called of fiat. So personally, there isn't any use case. Like, bro, like the profit in stablecoin for regular traders is you can make money by doing arbitrage. Let's say like it loses pegging to like 0.96 or 0.91 or 0.89, whatever. You can quickly buy some and sell when it's back up to 0.999 because usually the good ones don't really lose their pegging unless you're an idiot that did some crazy one-to-one backing and then you use your own stablecoin to back some of your own debt, which is crazy.
Every stablecoin has lost its pegging at some point, fam.
Yeah, exactly.
Every top 50 stablecoin.
Yeah. So at some point, you can't make money off stablecoin, but there's no need to kind of differentiate between actually use this and this. Whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, if you're on Coinbase, you might want to use USDC or USDT. If you're on Binance, you might want to use BNB, BUSD or or USDC or USDT, just depending on what exchange you're using and what you're comfortable with. Personally, I use USDT and USDC because it's just what I find easy for me. You know what I mean? I haven't tried the PayPal stuff yet, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe I will try, but there's no incentive for me to go try that because it offers me no benefit. It would be nice to get some stablecoin that offers extra benefit, like the way you have credit card that you can earn points, you can do this. That would be really cool. Yeah. But or the a more unique stablecoin is what Thingy's doing. Sun, the gasless transaction for stablecoin, but really and truly, there's not really that much cost associated with transferring stablecoins across. It's very, very tiny, in my opinion. I transfer stablecoin all the time, and the fees usually kind of minimum. Where they make money is when you convert from crypto to stablecoin or from cash to stablecoin. That's how they actually make their money.
Yeah, but yeah. So even looking at I guess to answer your question, in my opinion, bro, there's like 36.7 million USDT wallets, and obviously USDT's been around for a minute. And, you know, there was all that thing about, oh, they're not really pegged, and we still don't know if they're pegged. And my opinion on stablecoins is a negative one in general, in terms of when it comes to proof of reserves. But what I think is mad is all of these companies that create stablecoins, they're just going to leverage their network there. So whoever they have, Revolut, are going to hit their Revolut users, and that might be enough revenue for them. PayPal hit their PayPal users, and that is probably enough revenue for them. Binance's BUSD, when I just checked, is like 70 million market cap. But once again, I'm sure they're not worried about like how much they've made or how much they're not making from that stablecoin, because obviously they have BNB and probably a whole host of other tokens that we don't know belong to them. But yeah, I reckon it's just marketing for which stablecoin will be the best stablecoin. And I think there's a lot of stuff that Tether can do, because not even just Tether, I think there's a lot of stuff that any of them can do to gain more market share. But bro, it's the stablecoin market now is like a whole market, and right now USDT is probably something like 80% of that market. Yeah, it's 120 billion market cap. So I'm just thinking, damn, they have the monopoly basically. So yeah, it's just clawing market share from them. And whereas USDT and not even like UGBP and the other GBP stablecoins are just not as good as something like Tether. If Revolut market this thing right, bro, they could do well.
Is this possible?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Just one further point to add before I let you go, Harris. I'm sorry, two things. If you're gonna run an exchange business for crypto, it makes sense to have the stablecoin. It just makes sense to have stablecoin. Like, let's say, for example, we build our own exchange, right? Why should we predominantly rely on Binance's stablecoin, USDT stablecoin, and USDT? It will be almost kind of like dumb if you have the infrastructure and the ability to kind of maybe being a new market, the market makers coming to the space, maybe we want to rely on it for a bit. But eventually, the plan should be part of your a journey map to kind of transition into your own stablecoin. So it almost makes sense for you to have your own stablecoin if you're going to run an exchange business. It makes sense to just kind of infrastructure wise, the technical wise, everything. It makes sense for you to do that. That's number one. Number two, I think really and truly it all depends on your user retention rate and the user you have on your platform. The reason why Binance is forever doing well is because they have so much user on their platform. You know what I mean? And there will always be someone using their stablecoin. And the same thing for USDT, because they've been around for eons. Like when I first got into space, USDT was probably the only stablecoin that was confident about where they were going. And now they're making all sorts of crazy investments with the stablecoin, investing in AI, robotics, all that kind of stuff. So honestly, man, like USDT, I mean, I know me personally, I think one of the things that I worry about is the peggedness of the stables. So it's always kind of good to kind of keep an eye on it. So when XRP said they launched the stablecoin, I wouldn't touch that with a 2-foot pole because I don't trust them anyway. So I don't want to touch the stablecoin. You know what I mean? But USDT has been in this space since 2015. I've been in this space since 2015. So I know they've been in this space since 2015. They've been there for longer. But why would I switch from USDT to XRP stablecoin? Makes no fucking sense. So personally for me, if I was a XRP maxi, which I'm not, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna convert my XRP into the stablecoin. No, I'm not. So I have no use for XRP stablecoin. But Revolut though, because I do use Revolut a lot to kind of, send funds to small exchange. I don't have any crypto. I just do a little staking in it. But Yeah, so that personally, I'll probably be using the Revolut stablecoin. So I hope it comes out in the next 4 to 8 months. But yeah,
What chain do you think they're gonna launch on?
that's a good question. That is an excellent question. If I had to do my best guess, ETH. It could be Solana. It could be Solana.
Solana.
It's between ETH and Solana. And if I'm Revolut, I'll do something different. I'll do Solana because ETH, man, like ETH, like I have nothing against ETH. I love ETH, but why put yourself to that pain of of launching on Ethereum? I mean, I know all the other stable coins are on there, but you could be different. You know what I mean? You're not Tether, you're not USDC. You know what I mean? So just launch and be different. Launch a different chain. You know what I mean? BNB.
The BNB. Yeah. Or maybe they build their own blockchain. Who knows? Maybe that's
okay. Well, they want Revolut to chill then, into relax, relax, because then they go there. They're gonna rush development. They're gonna leave some bug in the smart contract code, and then someone's just gonna drain them when they come live, fam. So it's not as easy as launching a blockchain as people make it to be. Building a blockchain from scratch, building state machines from scratch, it's not an easy situation. It's not an easy problem to solve. So that'll probably take them, at least, even with this latest innovation, AI, LLMs, and engineers become slightly smarter, like it'll still take years. So why delay something when they could just leverage another blockchain and just launch a token? If we're gonna have a bull run, if we're gonna have a bull run in the next 6 to 12 months, yeah. Why would you want to delay earning some of that transactional sweet fees by delaying the launch? Don't do that to yourself.
Definitely don't do that to yourself. And yeah, an interesting story is President Trump just conducted the first Bitcoin transaction by a president of the United States. Now,
fuck, ain't no president.
Well,
wait. He actually, sorry to cut you off, Harris. He actually is. He's not a current president, but if you've been a president, you always been addressed as president.
Yeah.
They don't call you Mr. Obama. They call you President Obama. They call you president. So
Yeah,
that's
true.
how it is, Rick.
Former.
No, they don't put former. They just say
They say former. They say president.
This is the president. It's
Once
the
you're
leverage.
president,
Brother.
you're always president.
Brother, when a man has £1 million and trades it all on meme coins and now has $500, is he still a millionaire, bro?
Man identifies as a millionaire. Say what?
But that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. The wrong example, but it's not the same thing.
I hear you say. But looking at it though, like I've been in the space since 2014, and back then you had obviously Silk Road. Onboarding was difficult. Like I think this was when Coinbase was just coming onto the scene, but hadn't really launched in the UK. So we had to get it from like local Bitcoins, which is now shut down. RIP to local Bitcoins. People were praying and begging for this ETFs back then, which is about 10 years ago. They were coming down hard on people like Russ Ulbricht and sent him to jail, who's the founder of Silk Road. And it was just a very far cry out from where we are now, that the president or former president, potentially next president of the United States, is making Bitcoin transactions at a bar in NYC. Who would have thought it, man? Who would have thought it? What do you guys make of that?
And I'll just chime in here quickly. Nothing really surprises me anymore ever since we got the Bitcoin ETF approved, and then Ethereum, then eventually Solana, then eventually better asset, not XRP. It's just that for me, I think what I saw yesterday was pretty cool. That was cool. That almost reminded me of, not as important as the guy that made the first transaction using Bitcoin to 2 Bitcoin for, I think it was 10 Bitcoin for a couple of pizza and a Coke. I mean, the guy's still probably beating himself up about that, but someone had to make a transaction with Bitcoin first to kind of really set the precedent for that. So I think it's pretty cool. And I mean, the former president, still running for this current election. Personally for me, whoever wins this election, whether it's Kamala or Trump, we're gonna get our pump. We're gonna get the pump we know is coming. But I do think Bitcoin will Bitcoin has a better chance of smashing past that 100K barrier. Because one thing everyone's calling for in this run is BTC is definitely going over 100K. But we've been to the story before where, like, for example, remember the time we had the rally up to 20K and he just touched 19 point something and reversed. So it's like that is potential on the table. So I feel like if I can see a scenario where, like, if Camara comes in, we'll still get up pump, but we'll probably have a reversal at 85K BTC, which is still decent from where we are right now. And but if Trump wins, I see that psychological barrier of 100K being easy to smash and penetrate through. So personally, for me, that is who I'm rooting for. My girl, she doesn't know much about politics, and bless her heart, but she's like, oh, why you rooting for Trump? Blah blah blah. He's not a good president. I'm like, you watch too much news on the TV and it brainwashed you, man. I couldn't care less if he's a good president or not. It's what he's gonna do for my wallet. You know what I mean? My small, tiny wallet. What's he gonna do for it? So, yeah. I mean, I couldn't care less if as long as I mean, to be honest, if he's such a bad person, why is he running for election? You know what I mean? He called Trump what Trump is whatever you want to think he is. He ain't Diddy. He ain't Pop Diddy. He ain't doing what Diddy.
1,000 balls of water with
exactly. Bro, Trump is running for presidency. He's a billionaire. We don't know what Diddy is doing. Diddy is going to add far up his ass. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So, personally for me, I'm rooting for Trump. I hope he wins. But regardless, who wins, the catalyst of having an election in December is goodness for the market.
I just feel like this is not that big a deal, bro. I don't know why people feel like this is such a big deal.
It's not. I feel
like
compared to
I've been buying
the Bitcoin ETF, it's not. It is not. Period. You're right, Rick. It's not.
I just feel
just
like
as a symbolic thing. Like, obviously, he's not going to move the price. He's not going to do anything from that perspective. But just, yeah, in terms of where we are.
But then, bro, there's more pivotal news. Like, the United States is gonna add Bitcoin to its Federal Reserves and reduce the amount of debt. That's big fucking news, bro. But my man like a fucking burger, fam, with Bitcoin. Brother, really? Like, I don't know. I feel like the crypto news outlets, they're reaching right now, because.
Oh yeah, bro. They're always reaching, bro. They're always reaching, bro. Reaching, recycling news, bro. How many times is China gonna unban Bitcoin, bro? Come on. I've seen that news cycle like
that is
20 times.
Slow news cycle,
bro.
Yeah, they'll pump that one out for sure. I'm like,
I was like, yo, why is this on my timeline? China unbans Bitcoin. What? What? So listen, you're absolutely right, Rick. The media like to spin it here and there, and they're just reaching. And hey, listen, that's okay. As long as it's a positive sentiment, I don't mind it. It's when it's trying to recycle the fun, and I'm like, come on. But yeah, continue.
But is this positive news? Okay, I guess maybe some people that are not as into crypto is gonna be like, oh shit, you can actually buy real stuff with your crypto. When we've all had crypto debit cards for fucking years. Like, shout out crypto.com, you get me, but so yeah, for me, I don't know, I just don't really feel like this is pivotal news. I just, yeah, it's a good thing for the market, I guess, if people actually take this up, but otherwise there's more pivotal stuff happening in the world of crypto, man. So yeah, hold tight Donald Trump, and I bet he's just gonna use this as publicity to pump his like World Liberty fire bags.
Yeah, I mean, look, for me, it's like, is this the biggest deal in the world? No, but I think it just goes to further solidify the fact that, you know, he is actually trying to become the Bitcoin or crypto president, which in and of itself is big news. Now, you can obviously say it's PR, etc., but I think with the people he's surrounding himself with and his history of business, yeah, I think during his last time he wasn't that favorable. But, you know, there's people who will either be in his cabinet or be around him, like Vivek, who are very pro-crypto, who are very forward-thinking and, you know, will hopefully direct him in a very crypto-positive way. So yeah, I think it's important for that, but the transaction in and of itself is obviously doesn't really mean much.
I still don't buy that Donald Trump is a president all around, all about crypto. And the reason why I say this is because obviously on Monday the 18th, no, it wasn't the 18th. On Monday the 16th of September, he jumped on a Twitter Spaces with the World Liberty Fi team, a crypto that he's actively saying that this is going to be my thing. And obviously, crypto Twitter, being crypto Twitter, jumped on and was asking him some questions about crypto. And he was just like, basically, yeah, I don't know. Ask my son. He's the one that knows about crypto and shit like that. I'm like, so the crypto president is saying he doesn't really know about crypto, but he's really flying the flag for crypto. In my mind, bro, it just feels like something he's doing for folks. And I get it. He's not meant to know everything. And that's all cool. And obviously, that's why he has advisors and all that type of shit. But yeah, just feels wild.
Aris, I know what you're going to say here. Let me flip this back on you, Rick, yeah? You have limited time as well. You're doing so many different things in your entrepreneurship journey. Do you do everything yourself? Do you make your own calls? Do you? Yeah. Cool.
Nah.
You're expecting the president of potentially the next president of the United States to be running his own crypto project, running his campaign, and then also having the time to shield the token on X. It just, you know what I mean? Like, personally, like I've said this, I will keep saying to the cows come home, yeah? I don't care who wins, whether it's Pamela, Liberal, or X. I don't care who wins. Even if it's Elon, I don't care. As long as he pumps my bag, I don't give a F. It's just simple as that.
All right.
I don't care.
Here's the thing. Let me give you a verbatim line that he said on the Twitter Spaces.
Cool.
I don't know anything about computer blockchains, but I know a good grift when I see one. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Would you even say that?
He's I don't. The man is 70. How old is Trump?
78 or something.
78 now.
Bro, the man is 78 years old, yeah?
70.
The fact that he's even in this space is already like, that's one of the reasons why me and Iris were like, okay, that's interesting.
Spaces, man.
Yeah, exactly. Most of that, bro, my mom is about to turn 60. She don't know a clue what you're talking about online. She's thinking like, okay, internet money, that's what she knows. Internet money, that's what she knows. You know what I mean? I tell you, Trump knows more than her. So the fact that he's actually recognizing this is a potential investment, this is a space or sector we have to nurture. We can't kill it by releasing some bunch of bogus regulation. That is good enough. We don't need much from him. We don't need. He's the sector leaders have already greased the wheel enough. They have enough political campaign to grease this politician to make sure that we don't get railroaded by the dumb regulations. So they already paved the way for us. What Trump is doing is icing on the cake. Whether he does it or not, we're still gonna be good. That's why I don't care whether or not this is fake or not. Whether he's using it to pump his election campaign, or whatever, we don't care. You know what I mean?
You're just gonna pump as long as your bags get pumped, yeah. Pumps your bags.
That's the most important thing, broski. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, I agree with him. And also, if you compare it to stuff like AI and stuff like that, he probably didn't have a clue about that either. But
no, of course he doesn't.
But
do you think he knows what
president-elect does? Is this
do you think he knows what LLMs are? Do you think what he knows transformer models are? He doesn't know what the that means.
All he knows is that he wants it made in America and he wants to make it great again. And I can stand behind that.
You gotta joke.
Oh, man. But thanks for listening to the podcast, and we will see you next week for the next one. Peace.